보시고 왔습니까? 이번에는 카메라의 움직임에 따른 느낌을 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. 카메라의 움직임을 위해서는 여러 가지 촬영 장비가 필요한데요. 예를 들어서 이렇게 우리가 잘 아는 드론은 기본적으로 아까 카메라의 각도에서 bird's eye 뷰를 찍을 수 있는 bird's eye 앵글을 찍을 수 있는 아주 대표적인 장비죠. 그런데 그 외에 우리가 흔히 쓰는 핸드헬드, 그러니까 사람이 그냥 들고서 찍는 경우가 있을 수 있고요. 그리고 제일 많이 사용을 하는 트라이포드를 볼 수 있습니다. 그리고 여긴 짐발 또는 김블이라고 하는 그런 장비인데요. 얘는 사람이 왔다 갔다 흔들려도 카메라는 거의 흔들리지 않는 그런 충격을 흡수해주는 장비입니다. 그리고 슬라이더는 카메라를 좌우 또는 전후로 흔들림 없이 이동시킬 수 있는 장비고요. 여기는 지미집이라고도 하는데요. 얘는 작은 높이를 대각선 그리고 상하로 이동할 때 찍는 장비입니다. 그리고 크레인 같은 경우에는 아주 큰 크레인은 몇십 미터까지도 길이가 있을 수가 있는데요. 이거는 영화라든지 드라마라든지 그런 이제 풀샷을 찍을 때, 전체 롱샷을 찍을 때 많이 사용을 하는 장비입니다. 자, 근데 여기서 와이어 리그라는 장비가 있어요. 이건 뭐냐면 하늘 또는 천장 그리고 높은 곳에 이렇게 와이어를 설치해서 와이어를 따라서 카메라가 움직이는 장비입니다. 이 와이어 리그하고 비슷한 것이 흔히 우리가 축구라든지 이런 그 경기장에서 하늘에 드론은 아니지만 카메라가 왔다 갔다 하는 것을 본 적이 있을 겁니다. 특히 월드컵 중계를 볼 때는 그런 장면을 가끔 볼 수 있는데요. 그것을 스카이캠이라고 하는데 스카이캠이 와이어 리그하고 거의 같은 장비라고 보시면 됩니다. 그리고 여기는 사람이 여러 가지 주렁주렁 좀 달고 있죠. 이것은 스테디캠이라고 하는 것인데 말 그대로 아주 안정적으로 찍을 수 있는 장비입니다. 그래서 짐발을 요즘은 많이 쓰긴 하는데요. 그 이전에 안정적인 촬영을 위해서는 스테디캠을 많이 썼습니다. 자, 그러면 이번 영상에서 짐발이라든지 또 여기서 보시는 슬라이더라든지 그리고 지미집이라든지 이런 장비들을 어떻게 사용하는지 한번 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. 영어로 나오긴 하지만 화면만 봐도 잘 이해가 될 거기 때문에 쭉 잘 봐주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
Sliders, gimbals, and jibs don't just look cool, but can also capture amazing shots. Sliders have a lot of advantages. A lot of sliders these days are very small and lightweight, which makes them a good choice for filmmakers who want to travel light. But that also means being limited in what can be captured due to the short length of the tracks. They are quite useful for horizontal tracking shots or push and pulls. Handheld gimbals are the new kind of Steadicam, stabilizing handheld shots while moving the camera around or while walking. Handheld gimbals are great all-around tools, but they also have their limitations. If the gimbal is held by someone, it only has a certain reach. For example, it cannot go up 3 meters and slowly move down to the floor unless the person holding it is actually 3 meters tall. One of the oldest pieces of gear in the world of filmmaking is the jib. The classic jib shot is the establishing shot in which the camera moves down from the sky to get closer to a certain scene, or it moves up from the ground to reveal where a scene is taking place. How far a crane can actually move up or down depends on its length. The combination of the classic camera pan and vertical movement makes jibs so special and the results so unique. The speed of the movement is not limited and should be adjusted depending on the scene's mood and film genre. For example, the speed of the camera moving would be rather slow in a romantic scene or a dialogue scene, while an action scene would probably have a faster jib movement or even a change of speed going from fast to slow or the other way around. Jibs can also be equipped with remote pan and tilt heads to compose a precise tracking shot. Just like cameras and sliders, jibs come in all kinds of sizes, but they are never small. Even the so-called mini jibs are pretty big compared to sliders or gimbals, but they are also worth setting up to create an impressive establishing shot or a classic overhead shot. The thing with cranes and jibs is, the longer they are, the more dramatic will be the effect. Sliders are often used to capture slow-moving close-up shots or time-lapses, which are hard to get when using a gimbal. Gimbals are good for wide-angle walking shots and fast movement. For a small or even a one-man crew, a gimbal is probably the most versatile piece of gear right now because it can be used in many different ways. A jib, on the other hand, is certainly meant for bigger shoots that allow the crew to spend time setting it up properly and choreographing the movement. It's a tool that should only be used for a specific kind of shot, and it's not needed all the time, but it can create a great experience for the audience if it is used in the right moment.
잘 보고 왔죠? 자, 그러면 짐발이라든지 슬라이드라든지 지미집을 쓴 그 촬영, 그리고 촬영된 결과들이 어떤 느낌인지를 잘 알 수 있었을 겁니다. 그러면 이번 장면에서 아까 앞부분에서 잠깐 이야기한 스카이캠, 이런 경기장에서, 축구 경기장에서 쓰여지는 스카이캠에 대해서 한번 자세히 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
When you see a camera angle like this watching a sporting event, you think it's pretty cool, right? Well, imagine how much technology went into designing the camera system that can capture these images. It's called Skycam, and it was invented by Garrett Brown, a revolutionary cameraman on films like Rocky and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. His innovations have changed the way movies are filmed for the past 35 years.
The Skycam is a way of getting a camera to fly over events and places. It's a way of silently flying a camera anywhere over the huge volume of spaces that never used to have cameras in them.
Garrett built the first prototype in 1984 and used it for movies and music videos. But Skycam caught people's attention at the 1996 Olympics. And by 2003, the NFL started using it for their TV games. But how does Skycam actually work?
It was pretty clear it had to be on wires. The lines that ran to the camera should clip to something called a gimbal. The gimbal would make sure that whatever's supporting something doesn't affect its angle. So we clip 4 lines to the gimbal, which is at the center of gravity of the camera on the bottom, and a weight. Each of the lines goes up to the highest place in the corner we can find and over a pulley and down to a motor.
I flew to Santa Clara, California to tag along with a working Skycam crew as they rigged up the 4 corners of a stadium to hang the camera for an upcoming game.
So Josh, can you talk to me a little bit about the cable? I'm seeing a really thin cable here. Is this what supports the Skycam?
Yes, it is.
This? This is cheesy.
Absolutely. It's stronger than you would think.
Once the camera is attached to the cables, Josh and his team create a 3D virtual box inside the stadium for Skycam to safely operate, setting floor and ceiling height parameters as well as wall barriers. Measurements are taken to avoid fans, players, and obstructions. Once they're programmed into Skycam's computer brain, it stays inside the box at all times.
Okay, so Josh, you're gonna show me how a Skycam works, right?
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay. So what do you have here?
We call this the PCP, Pilot Control Panel.
Okay.
And this allows me to move the physical body of the camera. And with these sticks, they work a little bit like joysticks on a computer.
So this is the pilot seat. This
Yes.
is the operator. What does the operator do?
The operator deals with the camera and the camera solely.
Okay.
So what you would be doing would be tilt, pan, zoom, and focus.
Ah.
I thought I'd give the controls a whirl.
You're just staring at your screen, and in whatever position the pilot puts you in, you are trying to give production a usable image. That is an extremely difficult job. Some people are just amazing at it.
Obviously, I'm not so good at it, as you can tell by this. Wait, hold on. No, don't fly it into the guys trying to paint the field. Oh, sorry. Well, we've proven that learning this technology isn't easy. Best leave it to the pros like Garrett Brown, whose innovation changes the way we see things on the ground and in the sky.
자, 잘 보고 왔죠? 스카이캠 같은 경우에 요즘 드론이 아주 일반화되기 전에는 굉장히 유용한 장비였다라고 할 수 있습니다. 그런데 드론 촬영을 요즘 많이 하다 보니까 아무래도 조금 예산이 부족한 경우에는 드론으로 촬영을 하기도 합니다. 하지만 경기장 같은 경우에 특히 월드컵 경기 같은 아주 중요한 경기에서는 드론이 중간에 어떤 사고를 일으킬 수도 있기 때문에 이런 스카이캠을 주로 쓰게 됩니다. 자, 그러면 이번 주도 아주 수고하셨고요. 일주일 잘 보내고 다음 주에 다시 건강하게 만나도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 안녕.